Alright, so this is gonna be a quick one, a quick one, but I got this comment from my boy Bash, and thank you so much for the super chat by the way, asking very blatantly, is solo leveling just a rip-off from Hunter x Hunter? After I've seen this comment, obviously I went and watched solo leveling. I've been hearing a lot about solo leveling, especially after the second season dropped, but I didn't get around to watching it. But after I watched it, I have a lot of stuff to say. First of all, is solo leveling ripping off Hunter x Hunter? My answer is no. It's ripping off Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, Parasite, and a lot of manga and anime stories out there. It's weird actually. So Solo Leveling, if you don't know, is a South Korean manga slash comic that was adapted into an anime, and the anime is actually good. It's quite amazing. From the very first episode you can see where the similarities come from, because there are people in this world called hunters. There is something called a Hunter Association. The boss of this Hunter Association is an old man with a goatee. And in the first episode, we see a threat that those hunters went up against. This threat is ants. Overgrown ants. And there you have it. It cannot be more clear than that. And yes, obviously the similarities between this and the Chimera Ant Arc are there. However, when I actually started to watch the show and it went on episode by episode, I realized that no, there is a lot of reference to a lot of animes out there. Shonen anime in general tend to tell the same type of story overall. So the similarities are always bound to be found. However, when Jin Woo now is in the system and he has daily requirement to do, which is 100 push-up, 100 sit-up, and a 10-kilometer run, that's a direct One Punch Man reference.
100 push-ups!
The ranking system in the Hunter Association in Solo Leveling is based off One Punch Man as well. When you take an exam in One Punch Man to join the Hero Association, you are given a rank from the get-go after you finish your test. S class, A class, B class, it's all the same. The one fundamental thing that is very, very different with Solo Leveling is that when someone gets the calling to become a hunter, when he gets a hunter ranking, it is fixed. He cannot change. It is set in stone. He cannot be better than what he already is. And this is weird for me. I don't really like that aspect, but, you know, it might work in the context of that story. So once again, we ask the question, why would the author of Solo Leveling rip off Hunter x Hunter like that? Till the moment where the queen gives birth to the Ant King, and the Ant King desecrates on his mother's death or body or whatever. Well, first of all, the Chimera Ant Arc took a lot of episodes to flesh out this story. And the characters in the Chimera Ant Arc in Hunter x Hunter were not only characters that appeared in 1 or 2 chapters or 1 or 2 episodes. No, those are characters that we spend with a lot of time, and they took a lot of time to develop and become the fan favorite characters. So of course it's really unfair to compare the Ant King with the Ant King. You know, and I believe that's where this debate can be stopped. There is a fundamental difference between the types of story that are being told here. Hunter x Hunter is story focused. Solo Leveling is hype focused and coolness factor focused. So yes, there was this thing with ants that are big in that different dimension and stuff like that, but it's not used to tell a specific story. No, it is used to show how awesome and cool our main character is. And this main character serves that purpose, to be extremely cool, to do awesome fights, and to build up a lot of hype. But that's it. Hunter focuses on the idea, on the story, on the characters. Solo Leveling focuses on fights, how awesome the fight looks, and how cool the character looks while he's in the fight. If you watch Solo Leveling, and if you think about it, every single fight in Solo Leveling is the exact same fight. Every single fight with Jin Woo, the very first fight that he's in till the fight with the Ant King, it's exactly the same fight. Exactly the same. And he keeps on getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. But every single fight that he challenges himself with is an exact copy from the previous fight. So yes, there is a fan base for that. Yes, there are people that like this. However, You cannot really compare it with a story-focused series like Hunter x Hunter. And that's where I stand. The author of Solo Leveling, or Solo Leveling as a series in general, is borrowing a lot of cool things from other shows out there, and he's implementing it into a new cool way. We're gonna take the name of the Hunter Association from here. We're gonna take the ranking from One Punch Man. We're gonna take the growth or the change of the main character Jinwoo from Parasite. The shift that happened in the character in Parasite and the coolness factor that appears out of nowhere is exactly the same that is in Solo Leveling. So that's Solo Leveling for me. It's just borrowing some elements to build the story from other stories and focusing on doing cool fights. That's it. It is not the first story out there that borrowed a lot from Hunter x Hunter. You can make an argument that Naruto borrowed a lot from Hunter x Hunter. You can make the argument that Jujutsu Kaisen borrowed a lot from Hunter x Hunter. And you can also make the argument that Hunter x Hunter borrowed some elements from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. And there is this gray line. Where does it become just borrowing or taking inspiration, and when does it become blatant stealing? With Solo Leveling, I think that the author was brushing on the whole stealing part. However, I do believe that it's more towards nodding to the great story of Hunter x Hunter while just taking some of the names and bringing something original to it. In that case, the original part is some really cool hype fights and a weird new power system. If you've watched Solo Leveling, let me know what you think about it in the comment of this video, and if you have a specific comment that you want to respond to or a whole video about, please leave it in the comment, and thank you so much for watching and have a good day.